when you think of the Kraken, what do you think of?
Brendan Witt. Played in Seattle. He's from Humboldt.
Okay.
So when you think of the Kraken, you think of a guy that played junior hockey in Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably how impactful they've been.
It was quick, though. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Week C, catching salmon.
I think of Philip Grubauer.
Pike Place.
Because, the new expansion rules, teams are going to be good right away. We saw it with Vegas. Come on. They're going to be great to go make this free agent signing. It's been pretty much the epitome of the Kraken. They've taken some big cuts and made some bad bets, and they're incredibly mid and no closer to being good than when they first started.
Disappointing in a way.
Big time. Are you kidding me? In a way? Like, what have they done well? Like, tell me a thing you're like, oh, that was savvy. It's been how many years? They haven't done anything well.
Well, I got the GM from the Sabres.
Botterill, your boy. Okay.
Savvy.
And that's a good move?
Okay.
Well,
he's tongue in cheek. He was running him through the ringer when he was in Buffalo.
I know he was. Yeah.
Well,
yeah. No, but
didn't give me a job.
So they came in prior to the 21-22 season with Mark Giordano as their captain. They had
they got Gio for
the big whoop-de-doo at the down at the pier.
Frank
ruined
the
jerseys.
Picks.
Yeah. It was spoiler alerts
awesome.
everywhere.
I love that.
Like, there's Jordan Eberle and there's Alexiak, wasn't he there?
Yep.
The big rig.
Larson.
They did not qualify in their first season, but it was exciting.
Right.
I think people like the name, the jersey, the city's exciting. The rink is unbelievable.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Oh, I've heard.
Oh, I was going to say, did you go and not tell us? Okay, sorry.
No.
We should go there next time.
That's a good idea.
I'd go there.
Yeah, man.
The following season, they win a round, but lose in round 2. And then the 2 years since that, 4 years, they have missed the playoffs in both seasons. Last year, 35, 41, and 6 for 76 points, 20 points out
just
of a playoff spot
just,
in the West. Yeah.
Well, and remember, the one playoff round win they had was they were the beneficiary of the first of back-to-back Val Nichushkin postseason meltdowns.
Oh.
He was in a lobby. Someone was there. There was team staff. He flew back to Russia.
Oh, yeah.
You don't recall that?
I didn't. It didn't come to my mind.
No,
because now that you bring it up,
and then it was the defending champs in Colorado at that point. I was like, geez, like maybe Seattle's arrived. No, they haven't. Yeah. And then Val did it a year late last year as well. Yes, against Dallas. 2 years.
Was it last year too?
2 years ago.
Yeah, back to back.
Anyway, T's and P's for Val Nichushkin. Taking some strays here as we talk about the Kraken in a preseason game.
Val earned all that.
Again, yeah.
We didn't put Val in the lobby at 4 a.m. with someone that couldn't walk.
Back to Seattle.
So the Kraken, they're
bad. They're no closer than they were.
From the playoffs.
And, they kind of got some bad luck the year that they pick high, Shane Wright.
I don't know if that's bad luck. He was supposed to be the number 1 overall.
Well, he didn't play
game
right
that to his lap.
It was not a great draft class. Remember who won?
Slavkovsky.
Yeah. And then he slides to 3 or 4 to them. And you're like, it's just not a great draft. Like,
gave the Habs table that stink eye, remember? He's like, you motherfucker. I'll show you. Will you?
Yet to show him.
Minors.
Last year, Shane Wright, 19 goals, 44 points.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. He's coming along.
Jared McCann led them in scoring, 61 points, 22 goals. Chandler, Stephenson. This is where Ryan will barrel in and crush Stephenson and the signing.
I mean, it's a lot of term for a guy that was losing foot speed. How do you do?
He had 13 goals and 51 points.
13 goals, 51 points. So that's like a Backlund-esque line. What are they paying him?
It's a lot of dough.
Like 7 times 7?
Yeah, he was...
Cap's going up, Brian.
His play's going down, Rhett.
Free agent at the right time.
So, yeah, Montour, they brought in the same class.
It was overpay, but...
Yeah.
I just look at them and I'm like, you've spent all this money and you're no closer to being a contender. Like, where do you line up their roster and say, oh, this is why they're good? You don't. They're not.
And criticism, who knows? Maybe the opportunity wasn't there. But after watching what the Vegas Golden Knights did,
they changed the rules.
They changed the rules a bit.
They did not change the rules. It's the same rules. What did they change?
I don't know, but I heard they changed them.
It's the same rules, but I think GMs were prepared for it. They didn't get extorted.
All right, well, maybe it's that.
Did they not change
they did.
Draft picks or compensation? Anyway, but there seemed to be very little effort by the Kraken management to try and
Start teams.
or just make life difficult on teams.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, maybe a missed opportunity, or maybe they know what they're doing. And then shortly thereafter, it feels like maybe they really should have tried to take advantage of some teams, because this method
What their
hasn't
approach
paid
has
off.
been has not been good.
Was their third head coach now, guys?
At least. At
Yep.
least.
Dan Bosma did not work. He was number 2. The first guy was the former Philly coach, Dave Hackstall.
Right.
And now they brought in a new hire.
Matty Beniers, high first-round pick. Shane Wright, high first-round pick. They've traded for Capo Caco.
That was a decent swap. I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah. as
Low
you recall.
acquisition cost, and he looks all right.
Goaltending is the issue, probably.
Well, they like to cord, but that wasn't their plan. They're spending $6 a year on Grubauer. That's the problem.
Yeah, they went after Grubauer.
And at the time, just won a cup, right?
Yes, that is correct.
So it wasn't.
Or just before. The year before.
It was just before, because didn't
Yeah.
Kemper win?
Yes, they moved out Grubauer. He signed in Seattle. And then the second year he was there, they beat Colorado, who were the defending champs.
So is this is not who we're seeing tonight? is
God,
it?
no.
No, I was
No.
going to say this is.
Oh, this isn't tonight's.
But if Yanni Neiman's on the top line, or Neiman, or however we're supposed to
Mm-hmm.
pronounce Newman, whatever. Look, it's not a good team, and they don't have this robust pipeline either. It's an okay system, but if you told someone that you're an expansion team and you're 4 years out, you'd think you'd be, whew, we're coming into prime time now, baby.
Shane Wright is your fourth line.
Berkeley Cattenhigh, one of the top
It's gonna be
first
good. Gonna be
2
good.
years ago.
Yeah, he went in that Iginla draft class, right ahead of Perek to the Flames, I believe. A couple picks ahead.
Right. So that's what they are. Now,
Uli Tolvanen, nice waiver claim. That was okay. Montour, you give all the money to. He's a 3-4.
that's their NHL blue line.
What's Montour making? Because I want to see if Pinder's
6,
got a clue what he's talking about.
like 6-ish on a.
Well, if the cap is, why isn't it 4? We're 6.
Well, I mean, I
We're
just think.
paying, what's his name?
How old's he then? Like, what are you guessing? He's not 24 here. Like, you're probably buying a lot of the back 9 on a declining
You
asset.
don't sign guys at 24 as UFAs.
Correct. So my point is that he's quite old, and there'll be diminishing returns the rest of that deal.
I just.
If you want to defend the
You're
Montour,
too willy-nilly
you're
with
experienced.
this. You can't keep Backlund and all these other old guys. They'll be fine.
If
And then
Backlund was making 7 years times 6 or whatever he's making, I'd be up in arms.
7-1-4.
so he's making 7.
Jeez.
And how old?
He is 31.
Now we start to see it.
But
That's
it's
not good.
See
I
what I
just,
mean?
it's, yeah.
I'll give it a
sign the-
grade. Give that signing a grade. I'll wait for yours.
Sign the 36-year-old. It's fine. It's good. No
Oh,
worries
yeah,
about it.
that's-
Sign the 30-year-old. Oof. What are you doing?
How
That's
can you give him the whole
ridiculous.
I
bag?
know 2 years at $3 million is going to crush a team and for be 4th line center versus
What
pay a guy
was
to be
he
top
doing?
4 for his whole 30s.
It's okay.
entirely different, dude.
You pick your spots a little bit.
Well, grade
It's
that
okay.
signing then. Tell me what you think
That's
about the
okay.
Montour signing.
It's not about that. It's just how
Well,
you
we are.
grade
It's we're literally talking about Seattle, and I didn't like the Chandler Steve signing. I didn't like the Montour signing. Not as bad as Chandler,
Right.
but you tell me. It's Seattle. Were those good signings? Are they closer to being contenders now?
I don't think it handicaps them in any way.
I think it will handicap them as time passes. So
But you're
these are supposed to be
now
their
you're
best
talking out your
years, right?
ass because the cap's going to go up by millions and millions, and you're going to have a second pair defenseman at 7, and that's going to be your crippling. That's your kryptonite.
if you think for the next 5 years you can play top 4 minutes, it's fine. Yeah. I just don't see Montour playing to 37, 38 being impactful.
Again, I think you're picky on your spots when you decide whether it's. I never loved the signing either, but I don't think it's so outrageous that.
No, and they got money to spend.
Who
It's-
else in the
That's
league?
the thing. When I think about
What other defensemen in the league are 31 making 7? Is it over for everyone?
if
no,
I'm
you
if
just
I'm a
hope there's not
3-year-old
5 years left on it,
franchise,
right? That's all.
right? If you're 3 years into your franchise and you're trying to build, and okay, so we're going
Guy
to add a
just won a cup.
30-year-old defenseman who can play big minutes for us for the next 5. I mean, the cap's whenever you signed it, did you know it was going up as big? Maybe
Is
not.
he better or worse than Anderson?
I think he's okay.
He'd be
Like, he's all right.
comparable. Yeah.
So what's Anderson going to get?
Anderson's making like $3 million less than him is the
Yes,
Yeah.
now
But
because
what's
they
he
got
going
him
to
at a
sign as a
what's he going to
31-year-old?
get?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think they're not bad comps in this, but yeah, like that's why the Flames aren't re-signing Anderson because that's not what a team.
Would they sign him at 7-1?
They would, yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, they're They're now paying Beniers 7.1.
That's a
So
good
why not?
contract.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a top 2 center on a good team.
Anyway, now a lot of these guys we're talking about, I don't know if we're going to see any of them tonight.
We have the rosters.
Are you going to see? Because you're going to the game. I know you're.
We can get the highlighter out for people you've heard of here. It's not a long list.
Go.
Let's get it.
I'm excited.
So this is the 2 rosters for tonight. So the Flames are running what I would call 9 regulars.
Mutt and Jeff.
9.
Thank you. Berkeley Catton, very good junior player. They're excited about him. Freddie Gaudreau, depth center. Ty Cartier has been a real pain in the ass player the last few years. Mason Marchment they brought in as a free agent. He's quite a bit older than I think people think, but a good player still. And then it's like, Mitchell Stevens, Chandler Stevens. There's a few guys. Riker Evans is nice. Played in Regina. Western Canadian kid.
Calgary kid,
Yeah.
as I recall.
They still can't get rid of that Philip Kerber money, though. And Matt Murray's still in the league. How about that, boys? Is that the same Matt Murray? Or is that a different Matt
Is
Murray?
that different?
There's 2 Matt Murray goalies. I don't know if you know that. I drafted the wrong one
Didn't
once.
know that.
Oof.
So you and Fletcher.
Yeah, the finger and Kurt Sauer thing. Yeah, same.
Yeah, I mean, there's some questionables. I mean, you could debate the signings. It's too much money, too much term, guys too old, all that sort of thing. Well, okay, who are you drafting? All right, that sort of thing. Like the Marchment, and because I just wanted to make it was actually a trade.
Right.
Dallas traded him to Seattle for a 4th and a 3rd, and he's in the final year of his contract before becoming UFA.
So that's an asset they could flip if they're not good, or
I guess so. It's like, so
It's
if
not
you're going to
bad.
spend a 3rd and a 4th, so Mason Marchment's your target. It's interesting.
if you swapped them at the
Not
deadline, you'd get more
sure.
than that, right? That's not bad.
Will
Yeah,
you?
I
mean,
think so. Yeah.
maybe.
I think so. Depending on the year he has. He's
Yeah,
a valuable
I mean-
asset for a playoff team.
Sure.
Yeah, probably what
I don't think
liner at
you're
this
gonna-
point, yeah.
Crush it with that. But
No. What about the Flames? How do we feel? About
well, I could tell you this. You had the lineup up there. There's too many people. I had to give
Yeah, there's 8D. That's
I
not
had to
going to be
give
ideal.
DUG shit the other day about lineup cards. I said, well, you can't play 30. Like it's here's the look at the lineup. No.
Was he
That's the roster.
I see. Yeah. Does he have a vested interest in
Yeah.
who's going to make that blue line?
Been watching it.
Interesting. Yeah. So
Yeah, you
anyway, I mean, so there you go.
Yeah, it's nice to have dome hockey and layered popcorn, Jack.
Oh. Yeah, I don't want to rehash the Seattle thing, but I do. If I'm being
Really?
Of course you do. Yeah.
I look at it and it's like, you've got some good young players. Why did you feel the need to go buy the back 9 on guys that are past their prime when it's not going to get you over the hump in the near term? And by the time your young guys are really good, like your Shane Wright continues to develop, Riker Evans turns into a higher in the roster player, Matty Beniers only going to improve. Like all these guys are heading towards their prime. And when they get there, the guys that you're allocating all this money to are going to be less and less effective just based on being, closer to 35.
I would think it's tiered. You want some veteran presence. We always rail on teams that have good young players, but don't surround them with veteran guys to lead the way or take up minutes. We're not talking about a team that is riddled with old dudes. You get Montour in the back end. They had a centerman and Chandler Stephenson. The goalie was not a good call, but
And that was 4 years ago.
and at some point you want to have something for the fans. You're still new in that market. You don't want to have a complete cast. You don't want a team that's getting shit pumped every single night, and you don't want your kids to get.
Yeah.
When did you
clobbered
sign
all the
those
time.
guys?
Last summer.
Okay, but so the year before you went to the playoffs and won a round, and then you missed the playoffs, and you thought maybe
Yeah.
we need this to get us back. That's why.
It felt like the GM trying to save his job, to be honest, because you're going top of market to get top of market guys.
Yeah, but they're a top of market team too. So like,
I just mean like those deals would make a lot of sense if it was a contender that you're like, look, these guys might not be great in 3 or 4 years of the 7, but we got a chance to win
how
a
you
cup.
say that though, because and I'm this is a philosophically speaking.
Yeah.
How did top of market teams go inside? They've already spent their money.
Yeah, I
they're
think
not
that's
going
probably
to add
why-
Montour.
That's how Seattle got him, probably, is they could go higher than these contenders. So I understand why Montour and Chandler Stephenson went there. No one was going to give them that money. Like that was they probably got the best deals, but I just don't.
But your argument is that you should sign them if you're a top of mark. Like if you're a team that's trying to get over the hump, but if you're a team trying to get over the hump, you can't go bring in free agents, can you?
Well, I mean, the
capped.
The Knights just added Marner. Like you could do it. It's just a little harder.
The Knights are quite unique in their
right,
approach to
and so
things.
those are the types of teams that, like, I would say those signings would make sense for, because you've got a chance to do something while these guys are still effective. I don't know that Seattle's going to be able to accomplish anything before these two players are pretty much ineffective and, you know, bad value deals, right?
Yeah,
because they won that series without these guys. They came in last year, they weren't better. They're still bad. And that's like, that's when they're 30, 31.
That you're going to improve by. Now, I don't disagree with you that Chandler Stephenson, but we're also not experts on him, right? Like, how was his numbers in Vegas?
They were declining.
but I mean, he was a very good player. For a very
he
good
was.
team.
Yeah. There was concern about his foot speed really dropping off before free agency. And
the philosophy, I think you can, if you know the personnel, if it's the individuals in this, if it's Stephenson and Montour specifically, then okay. But I don't know. What do you do if you're a young team? Do you just not sign players? Do you not try and get better? Do you not try and surround your team? Well, we're starting with a bunch of cast-offs, and we're drafting young, and by God, we're not going to add anybody else.
You could knock
other
off
than draft picks.
You can improve your cap space and not have them, but
pick higher, and you don't have to go top of market to get your veteran presence. Like, he's a third line center. You could go get those guys at half term, half money, and still have a veteran guy to teach. If you're being honest about where you're
play
at.
Third line minutes, though. I mean, he's their second line guy.
I mean, it's year 2. If he's already on the third line, it's probably not shrewd. Like Wright and Beniers, I'd have ahead of him.
So anyway, I'm ready to move on.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, Seattle's. I love Seattle. We're going there. We're going to talk.
Are we going?
Can't wait.
I didn't know we were going.
We just said
it's a great town, though. It is a great town. Good.
I want to argue with Ryan, but I don't like what Seattle's doing.
They're one of the oldest 10 teams in the league. Like, that's kind of where I see the challenge now. You didn't need veterans. You've got your Larson, Alexia.
You're really harping on this. Tell us how to run the Seattle Kraken. Just go through it.
Don't do what they did, and you'd be better.
What about the other teams that didn't make the playoffs? Any advice for?
No, I think the Anaheims and San Jose's and Chicago's are
okay. So 3 teams. What about the Flames and the Canucks?
There's some similarities with the Flames for sure.
There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, like I think
cheap shots at the Flames, or
well, I mean, if they were going to pay Rasmus what he's asking for, yeah, I would say don't do that.
Anderson
because
is
Rasmus,
not asking for 7.
No, but I mean, the cap's different, all that. Like, what I would say,
cap's different. So why is his 7 so much more significant than like, what do you mean?
What I mean is that I think the Flames have acknowledged that Rasmus on a long-term, max-term deal doesn't really match their window. And so that's why they haven't agreed on a number with Rasmus, and they're going to part ways with Rasmus. That's kind of the plan. Backlund said preseason, it's obvious he's going to get traded. We all are of the assumption he's going to get traded.
No, he's not part of management.
I think he talks to management probably. But no one's going to be surprised if Rasmus gets traded.
No.
And so why would that not be? It's like, well, we actually have some young kids coming up that we think maybe will take those minutes. And by the time this team might be good, what is Rasmus? And that's where I think the Flames have been smart about that. He's got less term than Rasmus will on a new deal by quite a bit. He'll be younger when his deal ends than Rasmus by like
how many
3
years younger is Weegar than?
He's not younger than Rasmus. He's just got less term left. Like, Rasmus is going to command a max term deal, right? If you're his agent, you're not signing a 2-year deal.
Okay.
Well, we don't know now.
No, but the ask is going to be max term.
We don't know.
That's what the ask was in negotiations.
But what are we seeing right now from free agents?
Shorter terms, because
it's shorter. I agree with you, but I don't know. Maybe that's changed as they sit and watch all these other players say, 7 was pretty great. Now 7 turns to say, how about 4, 3?
I don't know that you're going to see that with middle of the roster players, though. I think that's the superstars.
Probably with him, it's more to do with age.
Yeah, totally.
I would be going. This is my one chance to hit it on the
park. And he's been an under market deal probably his whole career. He's got 1 payday left. It's free agency this summer. 8 years takes him to what, 37? Like, that's probably it.
But this is the argument. Oh, wow. And I guess your point is that it's more of less about maybe the money and more about the location of Montour and the team than.
Yeah, it's their window of contention.
It's hard, though, because And this is how the original Anderson trade, the whole thing got started, is that you make it sound like you could we're going to get a bunch of guys that are all going to turn 27 at the same time, and they'll all be in their prime.
League-friendly deals or team-friendly deals.
Like there's going to be some older players, some younger players. You're going to want some older players to take some pressure off. It's just
Agreed.
You're going to want that balance.
Yeah, I just thought they had it already. Like when you have a Larson there, like you've already got your veteran D man that can teach kids, and
it's a different philosophy. And I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I think you're overemphasizing what they've done. I don't think that if they don't have Montour and Stephenson, why are they? What's going to change overnight for them?
Oh, you're just going to pick higher, and it's not. There's no like,
You
hey, you do this, you're going to win.
You're
cups.
just saying shit just because you can. Like, you don't know that they're picking higher.
Well,
they've got $4.5 to $5 million in cap space. The cap's going up. It's not like it's crippled them. Montour had 18 goals last year, played 23 minutes a night.
So
Chandler Stephenson, 19 and a half.
They shouldn't be trying to win at this stage.
Well, I mean, I think if you were close to winning, these would be great ads, but they aren't. That was sort of the point.
I don't think they went in
like
if they were going to end up with 76 points.
Like San Jose wanted a veteran guy, and they got Toffoli on like
you
4
can't
years.
compare Seattle and San Jose, really, in my opinion. Okay. Like San Jose was out; they're dead in the water. Like they were not. But everyone knew what they were about. Seattle was like the Flames in the middle of the road, going, "Are we in? Are we out? Can we make it? It'd be nice to make it. We're a new franchise. We got lots of cap space. Maybe we should add some guys that'll get us over the hump." It was misjudged. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
it's not
you
like
can't
this.
compare San Jose. Are you saying Calgary and San Jose are in the same spot?
No, I'm not.
Like 22-23, they were a 100-point team.
Yeah,
and made the playoffs and then won a round.
Mm-hmm.
Come into the next season. And
fall short.
Again, I can't get it. Are there injuries? Are there things that happen? Either way, it's a disappointing year because they miss. And then, okay, well, it's Chandler Stephenson. He's got a Stanley Cup ring, plays in Vegas, a center, veteran. Guys love him. Okay, can you get him? Montour plays these at that point 30.
Just won the cup.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Now, did he win the? Yeah, he did, right? He won the first.
He left right after he won.
Yeah, he won the first cup
kind
Florida
of
and then Vamoose.
Yeah, I mean,
and he was awesome in the playoffs for the cup.
Yeah, I get that they're helpful players now.
And I don't, again, we're arguing because we have to have things to talk about, but you saying San Jose doesn't mean anything about Seattle.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Seattle,
where did Seattle finish last year? Like, were they close to good, or were they really one of the worst 5 to 10 teams in the league?
Like, 20 points out of a playoff spot.
And so that's why I compare to San Jose.
Yeah, but that's hindsight. That's easy to say. Then
no, the hindsight part is like the moment those deals were signed, I moaned about them. And so I'm staying with my thought that those veteran signings weren't going to get them to accomplish anything. They already had veterans. They weren't that close to being a contender. We saw the season 2 years ago was going to be an anomaly.
You made the argument about the veterans. I'm not. I'm just my argument with you is just it's not that outlandish now what they paid.
No. If you wanted to,
it's not crippling the Seattle Kraken.
No.
And yeah, maybe they are hurting them, but it's the same situation. Then you have to take the same approach with the Flames and say you're effing yourself. Because the Flames are in the same situation because they got older guys making a bunch of money.
No, but
you're not in the window
Connie
to win.
Came in, who have they got a max term deal on a guy in their 30s with?
Sorry, what was that?
So since Connie's come in, which I would say there's a new direction, have they gone max term on a veteran player in their 30s? No. They've done 1 and 2 year deals.
They're not even in a position where they could.
Well, they could have done what Seattle did. They could have chased Montour and Chandler Stephenson. You could argue they would upgrade those spots on the roster, but they didn't make those. That's why I think it's totally different than Seattle. Seattle convinced themselves they were close. The Flames are being honest, saying, look, we could definitely go spend on some vets, but I don't know that's going to accomplish a ton. Like they could have had Montour. They could have gone out for Chandler. No. Why not?
Because I don't think he would have come here.
Okay, but point being, like, those players, those conversations would like the Flames, I think, made a decision. Those are the signings that got us into trouble. We're not going to do that. And so when they do re-sign Backlund, it's like a 2-year deal or a 1-year deal or a 3-year deal. They haven't handed out max term deals to guys heading into their 30s. Because
so in 2 years, they haven't handed out max term deals, guys.
Since Connie got in, yeah. And I think that's a philosophical change.
To you, Craig, for being brilliant.
I didn't say that, but
we don't know what else has been on it because the Jake DeBrusk deal was apparently on the table and closed,
Not
not
4 or
knowing
5, something like that.
not
Yeah.
knowing what exactly that was, but
4 or 5 what?
Years. That was the talk.
goes to Vancouver instead.
And sense for more term, which was probably a spot the Flames were comfy with. So anyway, like they're if you look at their last 3 years, they're probably very similar, but it just feels like one GM is preaching a little more patience and the other guy has been trying to GM for his job. Because I think when that ownership group that spent all the money and put the state-of-the-art facility in, they looked at Vegas and said, we're doing that too. And when year 2, it looks like it's on track. And then year 3, it's like, shit, we might be right back to square one. I think they bought too much into the 1 year blip than probably what they really are over the course of their 4 years, which is a very mediocre to bad team with a just okay pipeline.
Or was it also a situation where their goaltending absolutely shit itself?
The Cords had 2 good years, but yeah, the first couple of years.
Right. But until that point, it was Grubauer and you couldn't play him.
Yep.
And they put him on waivers and no one took him and they sent him away.
He's their
from the
backup
team.
making 6. It's gross. Yeah.
But
like they've had the goaltending has been the issue the last 2 years, in my opinion. Like Decord's been quietly very good. Went to that USA camp ahead of Wolf, famously in the city.
Famously.
Well, poor Wolf. It's too small, eh? Do you know that? Yeah, we gotta take this guy. He's got a dual passport. We gotta lock him into the US.
I've wrung all of that I can out.
Yeah.
Good work,
Did
fellas.
a good job.
Yeah.
Mid-September.
Talking
I
about-
did. Yeah. I did sense it coming.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I said it earlier. I kind of said it under my breath. That there was.
He's dressed in black. He's got that look on his, you can
Mhm.
tell he's got a sneer on his face.
Yep.
It's the same as Nashville you beat up for, right? In my opinion.
What do you mean?
It's like you're not quite there, and then you go huge term on
I think
older
those guys are even older and more money though. Like that.
Maybe. I think it's, probably they're close. I don't recall exactly what Stamkos and Marchessault and Shea make. But
Listen, I am not. We're trying to make conversation.
they're doing a good
And
job of it.
yeah, and I just don't. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you, but I also don't think it's that crippling for them. That
Like Stammer's 35, Marchessault's 34. They
Yeah,
signed
those are even older
deals.
guys. That's
Yeah.
fair distinction.
and what are they making?
Big
8?
dough.
Age for Stammer,
like-
5.5.
And the
for
term would be
Marchessault.
less on both, I believe.
Doesn't
like
matter.
6-year
Yeah,
deals, but
it
they're
does-
older.
It
so
does
same,
matter, but
yeah.
it's. In, the only point I'm getting at is I think they did overpay and they didn't need them.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's crippling to this organization that's the outlier of why
Yeah.
they can't succeed.
And
It
to your
probably,
guys,
it probably should be more. What have you got in Shane Wright and Berkeley Catton and
Beniers,
Matty
right,
Beniers and
Evans.
those guys?
Are those guys going to be stars? Because if they are, well,
yeah, and if they're all middle of the roster players, you're in
Yeah.
the muck.
Like in Chicago, you have they got to get some veterans in there to help out
yeah,
the
Chicago
young
is
guys.
shit.
But you know what I mean? It's just
Yes, I do, but
It's like, well, it's not really a one size fits all situation. So, well, maybe for Seattle, they feel, well, we got to sell some tickets. Well, can we get some free agents? For Chicago, so, well, our guys are getting run out of the building. Can we get some tough guys, veteran guys, scorers, checkers? I don't know.
And so I think the secret sauce is, can you find that veteran presence in a spot that isn't going to be a painful deal financially, cap wise, value wise? And that's the hard part, that to thread the needle. How do you bring in veterans, but not? And I think the Sharks did a good job with Toffoli. Like, it wasn't 8 years. I think it was 4. They paid him politely. They had tons of cap space. And by the time he's gone, some of their young
was
studs are going to
also-
need to get paid.
yeah,
And how do we determine whether a signing's good or not? A bit of it is by the term and dollar, but a lot of it has to do with how the player plays.
Yeah. And I think Toffoli.
well,
probably had the
and
best
what
year
was
of the
his? I again don't disagree, but who was going out of their way to give Toffoli more?
Yeah.
Right. Like some of it has to do with, and it's easy to be GMs here without an owner going,
Totally.
"Hey, you, let's
Remember that 5-year plan? It's year 5 coming up.
Yeah.
remember what you said, how we were going to just kind of
Remember the playoff revenue thing you were telling me about? We want to do that again. Yeah.
Because some deals work out tremendously that off the cuff early felt like that's horrendous. I just remember when this, again, it's another world, but when the Marion Hossa deal was signed in Chicago, It's like, well, he tried to win with Detroit, and he tried to win with Pittsburgh and couldn't.
Yeah.
Then he just took all the money forever. Dale Talon, what the hell are you doing? Well, cups are coming.
And then he got allergic to his
And then,
equipment.
Sergei Bobrovsky, 8 times 10. What are they doing? You got a goalie, this, that.
70 million.
Couple cups in there
Yes,
too. All of
no.
a sudden, maybe it's
I don't know if you want
So I think it's
Consummate.
last year's year 6 of 7. This is the
This is the
final year
last
of his
one,
deal,
yeah.
which is going to be interesting because he took all the money to go to Florida, and since he arrived, they've gone from laughing stock to model citizen. Is Bob going to play the I'll take less than market value game? Everyone else has there. Chuck did, Reinhardt did. Clearly,
it feels
Marchand did.
It feels like yeah.
If he wants to be there.
If you can get the Marchand deal where you sign till you're 43 or
Right,
whatever it is,
exactly.
then yeah, I'll do whatever you want
There's
me to
your-
take. I'll do
We'll
it.
circumvent the cap a different way. That's good.
Still, that's the one that's kind of out of all of it. It's like, is there an age limit? You can just sign guys.
Well, but that's what it is. And I said trade Gio years before anyone else or it was even on someone's radar because at that age, I'm like, God, get him out of here. And then it was like, you're an idiot. Look how good he played till he was.
He won the Norris at
Yeah,
35, which is crazy.
So I don't know if Montour is going to put up 50 points for the next 6 years. These
Yeah.
guys take care of themselves differently than we used to.
Gio is like the outlier of all outliers, but it doesn't mean someone else can't do it. Like, I don't know that there was ever a first-time Norris winner at that age in the history of the league. And he won.
Well,
a
there
landslide.
wouldn't be.
like Marchand is 37,
6-year deal.
signed a 6-year deal.
Yeah. Now there'll be cap punishment if he tries to retire. Like they're going to get hurt at some point by that. But who cares? Burn the boats. You won 2 in a row. You've been to 3 finals in a row. If you're not good in 6 or 7 years, nobody cares. You built the closest thing to a dynasty since the cap came in.
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.